All right, nerds. So today we're going to have a look at drawing the apparatus that we'll be using in the laboratory. Our goal here is to be able to draw the basic laboratory equipment, and we'll see some of that. But it's also mostly to understand the rules and the schematic nature of scientific diagrams. So this is your vocab. And if I can just get you to pause the video, write that down, and then you'll have it to look at when we keep moving on. So now let's have a look at the rules for drawing a diagram. So we need to just think of laboratory apparatus, and when we draw it, as schematic in nature. This means they're simplified, they're 2D. They're kind of pictograms, really, so like little pictures that sort of like hieroglyphs, scientific hieroglyphs, and we use them in a fairly universal way. It tends to not matter whether you're in Australia or America or the UK or India. Most of the times your scientific apparatus will be drawn the same way. There'll be some variation, but generally they're the same. You'll pick up a basic diagram in one country in a different language, and you'll still be able to understand that diagram. It's this pictographic sort of shorthand we've developed. So the first rule is we want to use a mechanical pencil. Sharp pencil if we don't have one, but a mechanical pencil really is best because it's always sharp, it's never blunt. And you know, there are situations where it can be detrimental to you and your diagrams if they're not done with a sharp pencil. Straight lines are always done with a ruler. Always. There's no exception to this. We're looking at simple 2D representations. No shading, no coloring, and that goes for scientific diagrams in general. We don't close off the openings, and we can see this down here. Each one of these containers which has been drawn has an opening, and if we had the opening closed off, that would mean there's actually something covering it. So we don't ever do that. When we label it with straight lines, not with arrows. So we draw a straight line touching the piece of equipment. Use up a large piece of the paper. Your diagrams should be very large. The best way to think of this is if you've been given a space to do it, 3/4 of the available space. If you're doing it in your book, your diagram should never be smaller than your hand, like your fist. And if you've got small hands, do your hand. So that's just the basic rules. And in a future video, we'll go into how we draw specific pieces of equipment. I hope that made sense. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Hit subscribe so you don't miss anything that we've got coming out. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye now.